So I want to welcome everybody, and I'm going to introduce myself again. All of you know me, but I'm posting in YouTube, and a lot of people don't know me in YouTube or in the Facebook group. Um, I have been an entrepreneur most of my life. I had a successful career in interior design, and I was a business owner. And 2 years ago, I decided to become a coach. So I'm a John Maxwell certified coach. I'm a life and business coach. I'm a NLP practitioner and a hypnotherapist. And my latest that I'm doing is I'm a challenge consultant. Okay, so I help people to do challenges. Well, today we are going to do a recap of everything that we have, going through this, all the subjects that we went through during the week, right? And the first day we talk about brain fog and how to solve it, right? The second day we talk about sex, the problems and solutions. The day 3 we talk about brain health. And day 4, we talk about how to become ageless and about gut health. So what do you think we have in common in most of the days? What is the thing that influence all of this, in our life, in our body? What is the main thing that affects us? Anyone?
To me, I think it's definitely about the mind state. I think that's where it starts. If you have a positive mind state, again, we talked about, believing in God. I think everything else just falls into place, But for me, the most important is definitely a mindset. So I enjoyed like the guest speaker and going through all that list with her.
No, Shirley is amazing. And she's
Yes, she is.
And mindset is super important, but it has, and your mindset, it's associated with your nutrition also, because that your brain health has to do with what you put in your body, and your brain will function much better and you'll feel good if you have a proper nutrition and exercise, and that is going to help you with your mindset. So like everything is connected, mindset, nutrition, exercise, all of that is super important, because we are not made like in compartments, like a exercise here, nutrition here, your spiritual life, all of that, everything goes together. And that's the beauty of, because we are like a compound of different things that work all together. So we know that, we need to work in all the places of, all the steps that we need to do to have a full life. And today we are going to talk about one of the biggest organs that we have in the body, that is the skin. What we already know that a lot of supplements and the nutrition is what help us to have a healthy skin and be flexible, have a flexible skin and not to have spots in the face and the body. So, but there's also some non-invasive treatments that we can use, because, gravity and age, it will affect us, because there's some things that we stop producing, and there's a lot of different treatments without going to surgery that can help us to look younger. So some of them, let me share the screen, right? All right. Okay. Are you seeing my, yes. Are you seeing my slide? Do you see what I'm sharing? No? Yes? Yeah? Okay. Okay, our skin is the biggest, the biggest organ, and we need to protect it. And one of the ways to protect it is to wear an SPF every day in our face and the exposed body, right? It's important not to get toxins in our body. So we shouldn't smoke. We need to eat healthy. Don't drink alcohol or control the amount of alcohol. Don't drink every day. You need to clean your skin gentle and to use some non-abrasive products special for the face. Exercise most days of the week. Wash your face twice a day, in the morning and at night. And if you when you go to the gym, if you are sweating, you should, wash your face again. We need to apply moisturizer in the morning and in the afternoon. And we can use hyaluronic acid in our face, and also to use the supplements, to drink, to drink the supplements. And we can have like a mascara. I buy one mascara of collagen. When I put it on, my skin is like, wow. It lasted for a little bit, but those nutrients get into your skin. So it will help you to look younger. Okay, let me go to the other one. I need to stop sharing and share again. All right. And this is no, I got the wrong one, sorry. Let me get the technology keeps, no, what happened? Are you watching the other one, Looking Natural and Ageless? Yes? Okay, here are some of the non-invasive treatments that are out there. And I'm going to enumerate them, and then I'm going to talk about each of them, right? There is a treatment that it's a HIFU. It's high intensity focused ultrasound. Then you have the PRP, that is the palette rich plasma. Then you have the fillers and Botox. Then you have laser for the face and for the body. Chemical peels that they use like different chemicals in your face, and you will peel, and that's kind of tough on your skin because you have downtime with those. Then for your body, you have the cold sculpting, body contouring, laser lipo, Meso Therapy, dermage, liquid facelift, cheek fillers, and for your eyebrows, you have the microblading. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each of them, right? So let me stop sharing and organize my, let me do something here. Give me a second that I need to get back to this. Okay, let's talk about the liquid facelift. The liquid facelift is a process that is non-invasive, non-surgical, and they use a combination of injections. Some of them are the Juvederm, Restylane, Radiase, and Botox. So what happened is that the doctor is going to use a lot of these different fillers and, and some of the like Botox that erase your wrinkles because it will paralyze the muscles. So they make a combination of all of this. In some places, they need to use the Juvederm, like to give volume to your cheeks. They use the Juvederm. And they use Restylane for another thing. They feel here, this side in your face, So all depends where they are going to use it. They will use a different product. And that's through fillers and Botox. So that one gets expensive because it will range between $2,000 to $5,000. And you have to do that like every year or every 18 months. It all depends of the person, right? So it gets expensive, but it has the advantage that it's not invasive, because maybe surgery it's more cost effective because it's going to last for a long time. But like myself, I don't want it to go through surgery after, all the treatments and reconstruction. So I don't want to do it. I'd rather spend some money and do it every year. Sometimes I think that we need to have a part-time job to be able to afford all this, right? Then they have the Dermatch. Dermatch is also a non-invasive, and it uses radiofrequencies to smooth the wrinkles and the lines. And some of the treatment includes the skin tightening of the face, neck, and eyelids. It's a deeper treatment, and they can use it also for body contouring, for your thighs, your buttocks, arms, and more, your back, all your abdominal. And they use a technology that have been around for years. But when you look at the basics, it's heat that triggers the skin repair process. And the surface of the skin with the heat will tighten and give the desired results. And the radio waves are used to either, the skin and the radio waves will travel deeper and deeper, and it will reach the collagen. And then you will start generating more collagen. So that will make your skin look younger, more elastic, firm. So then there's also the Meso Therapy. And Meso Therapy, they use it, you can use it in any place that you want to target some fat that are localized. And normally you will use that if you are close to your ideal weight, or you are in your ideal weight, and you have like little pockets of fat, on the hips or in the back, and you want to get rid of them. So they use that. And mesotherapy is a technique that uses injections of vitamins, enzymes, hormones, and plant extracts to rejuvenate and tighten the skin, as well as to remove the excess fat. And mesotherapy is used to remove, fat in the areas of the stomach, thigh, buttocks, hip, legs, arms, and sometimes they can use it in the face, right? If you have like little fat somewhere in the face, they can use it in the face. And it also reduces the cellulite. It fades wrinkles and lines, tighten loose skin, recontour the body, and lighten the pigmentation in the skin. And you know what they are using this to the alopecia, a condition that causes hair loss. So they inject like little injections in the layer of the skin, so it corrects the underlying issues of poor circulation and inflammation that causes the skin damage. So it's kind of amazing. I didn't know before I was doing the research. I didn't know that they can use that in alopecia. And let's see what that, the HIFU, it's used in the face. I did it like 2.5 weeks ago, right? It's a high intensity focused ultrasound facial. And HIFU is a short, HIFU. It's facial, a short for the name. It's a non-invasive treatment for facial aging. It's a growing trend. I'm sorry. This process is a growing trend for anti-aging treatment. And that provides some benefits like the facelift without the need for surgery. The HIFU uses ultrasound to create heat at the deep levels of the skin. And what happened? This heat damaged target skin cells, causing the body to try to repair them. To do this, the body produces collagen to aid the cell regrowth. The collagen is the substance in the skin that gives the structure and elasticity. When I did it, they used different heads on the, in the machine. So they have the first one. They put a little bit of anesthesia, local anesthesia in your face, so you don't feel pain. I didn't feel anything, right? It like a tinkling or something, but I didn't feel a lot. So they use the first one, it's a really deep level, and they go like through here, in here, and the neck, and the top of the neck to tighten the skin. Then they change the head and they go middle, that not so deep. And then they go to the, to the top layer of the skin. And then they will put some ice, to cool it down because that's hot, right? And then they will put like creams and things, and that's the process. It typically lasts from 30 to 90 minutes, and it's not as expensive as the other process, right? She injected me a little bit of how do you call the Meso Therapy in here because I had a little bit of fat. So, and it's looking like pretty tight. I never had it that loose, but here I had a little bit of loosened skin, and now it got it a little tighter. It takes like 21 days to see the full result. So I will be posting, in the group. Basically, this is, the treatments. Also, there's the cold sculpture. The cold sculpture and lipolaser for your body. They are very similar, and they remove fat from under the skin. These also are not, minimal invasive. When they do the cold sculpting, they put like a cold machine, like for, I think it's almost 1.5 hours. And it takes a while to see results, like I think 4 or 5 weeks. I did it like, I don't know, like 4 years ago, because I had a little bit of fat in my back. It's expensive. It costs like $3,500. And when I went back, it improved a little bit, but it didn't work completely. And the doctor told me I may need 1 or 2 more treatments. So I went like, you know what? No, I'm not going to spend that much money, because at the end it's more than $10,000 in treatments. So I just did one, it improved a little bit, and I didn't have like big amount of fat. And it gets expensive, and for me, it wasn't as effective as I thought it would be, right? And you have to be close to your ideal weight to do this, because if you cannot use that to reduce fat in your whole body, it doesn't work like that. So basically, these are some of the things that, that people can use. And then the microblading, oh, I need to get in, okay. And then the microblading, it's great, because with age, you start losing your eyebrows, and they start getting scarce. And not only after 50, my daughter, I think I talked about that the other day, that my daughter is 34, and she was telling me, I think I need to have the microblading done, because I'm having like holes. And I did it, last year in December, and it's amazing because you don't need to be painting your eyebrows. That is so, it never looks good. And after I did it, it looks like the little hairs, it looks perfect. So that is amazing. And okay, I would like to know what's your takeaway about all these processes that, that we can use to look younger and to look better.
It's good. I like it, but I think for me is consistency, and it's something that I still struggle with. Like, it's annoying that I have to cream my face like 6 times a day with coconut oil. I did the microblading before I did the chemo, and you're right on that. Like, I lost all my hair, so having the microblading really gives you a confidence booster, because you're right, your eyebrows are perfect every day when you go out, so you don't have to worry about it for a few years. It's fantastic.
Yes.
I think for me is the consistency of everything, the vitamins, taking that, like the drinking the water more, less wine,
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, so I think once I have to just be more dedicated, and I know, like, I'm able, with like the information, I know that there's a lot I could do to rehydrate, so I don't have to suffer the way I am right now.
Yes, and water is so important, because when you are hydrated, you can even think better. Because let me tell you, sometimes when I get really busy, I forget to drink the water, and then I start like, my mind is foggy. I'm like, what is happening to me? And that's the water. And also I start like feeling like in my kidneys, like in my back, like a pain, and I start drinking water and it goes away. So water is really important. So what about you?
Well, I have done the chemical peeling before, which I love it. Unfortunately, I haven't found anyone in Miami that I can trust and do that again. I don't know anyone, but I would do that in a blink. I have no problem with that. Cream I use every day.
Yeah.
A lot of it. You know that. And the microblading, I want to do it because I have no hair on my eyebrows, hairless. And the ones that I did like 4 years ago is vanish.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I don't have any.
To do a retouch every year. I love the girl who did mine because they look super natural.
But it doesn't hurt. It hurts.
It hurts. Oh yeah.
That's why I never went back, because it hurts so much.
It's not that bad, but it hurts.
No, it was very bad.
No, she put local anesthesia on my eyebrows.
Yeah, no, not me now, because.
And she's fast. That's the good thing, because she was so fast that I didn't have time to suffer for a long time.
And remember you before, and Esther is a big change, and you look amazing.
No, and the thing,
because I had to paint them. I'm too white and no eyebrow.
Yeah, and
doesn't make sense.
Because the eyebrows are like the frame of your face, and you look younger. When I did my eyebrows, you know that I always post in Facebook, because that's part of business. I have my mentors and coaches, Grant Cardone, and he says all the time, you have to assume that nobody saw you. So you need to post few times a day, and you have to be omnipresent everywhere. So lately I have been receiving like pictures of my ads and posting in LinkedIn and Facebook, Instagram, that people send it to me. What's going on? You are everywhere. So
that's right. No, you're gonna send me the lady. Oh, she has to be really, really fast.
I was sending the pictures. So my brother, he called me and he goes, please tell me, what did you do? Because my wife is always asking me, why your sister look like when she was younger? Ask her what she's doing, because I wanted to do it. So,
Mary, you look younger.
It was my eyebrows. Because
No, but you look younger than a couple of years ago. And no, I don't mean in a bad way. I mean in a very good way.
Well, thank you. You
look fantastic.
All the things that I have learned, because I think we are like, like a house. When you buy a house, right? Oh, yes. You buy the house is falling apart. And then you go like, I need to repair this house. And you know, you are not going to demolish the house, but you are
Yes.
trying to redo the bathrooms, to redo the kitchen, change the floor. That's what we
Yeah.
need to do with ourselves. Some people go,
We need some TLC.
yeah, and a lot of people say that's too superficial. I don't think so, because if you don't like what you see in the mirror every morning, you are not going to have a good day. So
You have to feel good and you have to look good. What is wrong with that?
yeah, I think that's the way, because you know, if you feel good about yourself, you are going to be happy,
And
right?
you're gonna reflect it.
Of course. Do you know what, if there's a, what do you think there's a formula to be happy?
Marry happy is a group of things. This is just one thing. You have to be like a stable in life, and you'll be happy with that. It's not like the kids make me happy, the husband makes me happy. No, everything makes me happy. It's a package deal.
Yes.
That's what I think it is. I mean, you're not happy in jumping all day long, but you're good.
Yeah.
And happy comes here and there. That's my opinion.
Ada, what do you think that if is there a formula to happiness?
Again, that it's very individual. I mean, I don't know if there's a formula, but again, I agree with a lot of what Irma like says. It's literally like it. You want to be happy, you're happy. It is really is a choice.
It's a decision.
Make that conscious decision to wake up and be like, okay, like you're right. Like, you know, you're not going to be that happy washing the dishes, but you could be doing far things worse, like going to chemo, right? So,
But make the best out of it. Everything has a reason to be.
Mindset and what you know what you tell yourself.
Exactly. So I think it's a combination.
Yeah, because sometimes we tell ourselves things that if you tell that to your best friend, they will never talk to you again. So
Yeah.
we need to watch out, because if we start the day saying, you know, I wake up with the wrong feet or the wrong side of the bed, you are going to have a bad day, because you are telling that to your brain, you know, to subconscious mind, and you have like little people working in there, the one with good thoughts and the ones with bad thoughts. When you wake up with a bad thought, you put to work the you know, the bad thought people working in your brain, because they need to say, okay, you always want to know that you are right. So if you are looking at life in a negative way, your subconscious mind is going to show you that you are right. So if you have negative thoughts, you are going to have more of those, just to so you know that you are right in the bad things. So if you stay happy and thinking positive thoughts, you have the other people working on your subconscious mind, finding out everything good in life and showing you, so you know that you are right. And
you know, Maddie,
important.
So sorry. You know, this total truth. You know, I hate cleaning. I do hate that. And then my mom was say, you don't like it, but you like the result of the cleaning. You like the way you look, the house look. And I say, you know what, mommy? That is true. I like the end. I don't like the beginning, but I have to deal with the beginning to have the end. And now when I start cleaning the house, I say, you know what? This is gonna be sparkles and gorgeous with my flowers. It's gonna look good. And believe it or not, I get less tired than before.
Of course.
Before half a house, I was like, oh God, I have to rest. Now I don't, because I just focuses in the end and the positive result of my work.
Yeah, and you know,
That's all.
You know, sometimes what people get like unhappy, depressed, because what happened is you have some expectations and you want some results, and it has to do with your mental map, right? You have an ideal in your mind how you want things, and sometimes what you have in your mind is not even yours. Are limited beliefs from your parents, your teacher, how life is supposed to be. Like, you know, they don't tell you that you need to graduate, you need to work in an amazing company that has benefits, you have to do this, you should. And what happens is that maybe that's not your ideas. So you
No.
need to evaluate what's going on with your mental map. Because if your results doesn't match your mental map, you are going to be unhappy. That's kind of the formula. If your mental map is not equal to results, you are unhappy. So what do you need to do if they don't match? You can do two things. You can change what you are doing and, you know, incorporate something new to get the results that you need to get, or you change your mental map. And a lot of times you have to work with both. You know, you change a little bit of what you are doing to get the results that you need, and you evaluate what's your mental map, what do you want to achieve, and be clear, because a lot of times we are not clear with what we want.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are like, I don't want this, I don't want that, but you don't know what you really want. And when you say, I don't want this and I don't want that, you are going to get more of the things that you don't want. And that is the trick, that your brain is going to work in what you focus on. If you focus on what you don't want, you are going to have more of what you don't want. And that's the problem, that people don't think that works that way, right? So it's very important to have clarity in what's our goals, our objectives, and what we need to achieve. And one of the things that for me have worked is to write my goals every day. I write it in the morning and at night. And you have to write it in a positive way, and like it already happened. You cannot say, let's say that you want to find a partner. You cannot say, you know, I'm going to find a partner and he's going to be like this, like that. You have to state it in the present. And you are going to go, I met my partner in 2021 and he's amazing and we have a beautiful relationship. You want to achieve X amount of sales in the year. If you are focused, you know, because we need to have goals in business, physical, spiritual, mental, you know, we need goals in everything, because to be successful is not only about money, it's about everything in our lives. So like for business, you shouldn't say, I'm going to sell $1 million. You need to say, I sold, in your goals, I sold $1 million in 2021. I have donated, you know, $100,000 in 2021. I have invested in real estate, such amount. I'm having an amazing life. I'm really happy. You know, everything I have an amazing body. Everything in the positive and like it already happened. And what happened is you are giving a message to your subconscious mind. That's what we were talking before, that the subconscious mind is going to put to work the side you are focusing on. And if you focus on your goals, what happens is that your brain, your subconscious mind is going to find everything to achieve what you are focused on. It's not going to happen from one day to another. It's over time, but it's the best way to, you know, to look at your goals. Over time, that works.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Of our goals?
Of, you know, writing your goals and in the positive, in the present, like it already happened, all that.
They say that when you write your goals, it it's almost like you're implementing a plan. Sometimes ideas just stays ideas if they're in our head. But if you put an idea on paper, which is almost like a goal, and you say, okay, I'm going to start next Monday, you put it on the calendar that you're going to go, work out. Monday comes, you see it, it's okay, I'm going to work out. You feel good about yourself because you've done that. And it could be a small step to that where you're working to, okay, I'm going to lose, X amount of weight, or I just want to get, have a healthier body. But it's good because it makes you realize that you're working towards something. So it is a positive thing. And that's something that like I do. And I do find that it does help me.
It helps a lot, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's a good way to, and you're going to be happier because, you are going to be finding things to get you to your goal if you do that every day. So I think that's a very important step, to achieve what we want to achieve in life is to have clarity. Well, today, what I wanted to do? I'm going to send you by email a course that I have in the mastermind.com that is a journey to your true self. So I'm going to give it to you guys. So tomorrow I will send it in the email because I need to figure it out. How can I send it to somebody that have not paid? Because I have it for sale in the mastermind.com. So I need to figure it out before I send it, how to send it without payment. So give me a day to figure it out, and then I will send it. The course is really good. It's like a 16-week or 16 module course. But I recommend to watch a module per week so you can implement what you have learned. Because I don't think it's good to go through the course like in a hurry without work. Because the thing is, if you learn something and you don't apply, you wouldn't get the benefits. So it's very important for you to do the steps and, if there's question exercises, just to do it. And even if it will take you longer, you are going to achieve more doing that than to reading and go through, because just learning doesn't work. It has to be learning with implementation for things to, to work. So,
Okay.
So that's one of the things that I wanted to give you. And I think we already done everything that we had for today. We finished a little early. But today is the last day, so we need to celebrate. And I'm thinking about celebrating, and I think about wine. So every time I do the Tony Robbins, because I have been doing the Tony Robbins event. So when I finish the events, I'm like, okay, I have to stop drinking. I don't drink a lot. I just drink wine. But I go like, I'm going to stop drinking because you get older, your brain doesn't function. So I have wine once in a while. And when I stop the events, I don't have wine like for a month, because it's like, okay, I'm not going to have wine. So basically that's how I'm doing this. And
A glass doesn't kill anyone.
I would like to know what have been the takeaway that you have got for the 5 days. So I would love to hear from you because that will help me for the next challenge because this is my second challenge. I have never spoken public, because before I was kind of scared to speak in public, and I talk a lot, but not in public. And that will help me, your input to get better at this. So who wanted to say something?
What I got a takeaway from this is there's many things that I got, just things that I even was doing on my own, not even realizing that there are, formulas or methods. So it's kind of know that I was, even on my own, taking the right path. I definitely need to increase in terms of like the collagen. I like the I mean, who really wants to talk about the gut? But I found that to be probably very interesting, yesterday's topic. I also like the mind frame, I've enjoyed all of it. I think I've been able to take something every day, something, you know, different, things that I've done or things that I didn't know about. So it's been overall positive. And I was mentioning to my husband last night that I have enjoyed this challenge and that I've definitely found ways to improve. And I'm looking forward to putting out a new goals and seeing how that goes in terms of my skin and my brain fog. So hopefully those things I can attack next. And so I'm glad I've taken this challenge. So thank you, Mari, for that.
I'm really glad that you know, that you enjoy it and that you have taken a lot of things from it, because that's my intention. I have made my mission to help people that, you know, that there's a lot of people that not our group that we have been in the challenge, you have a very positive mentality, but there's a lot of people out there that they haven't been able to get their life back. And my goal is to help those people to, you know, to have a full life, to be happy, to believe in themselves, and to have confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
Irma, what was your takeaway?
Well, let me tell you, Maddie, you learn every day something that is like at the beginning of something great. You started, you know, knowing things that I never knew, like at the state of mind, you know, my vitamins I never take, but I'm trying to get search on it. It's a little thing. I think this is the first step for a better future. Improving yourself, improving your state of mind, improving a lot of things. It's just baby steps. But I learned a lot and I loved it.
Perfect. Okay, Letty, do you have any takeaway from the challenge? What have you learned?
Many good things. I missed a few. I'm so sorry because I have some family here and
I know.
it's been very hectic. I mean, I wanted to get in yesterday and I couldn't. But no, it's been a very positive experience. I think just listening to you, Shirley. I think the other lady's name was Jean.
Jan.
Jean Mason.
Jean, exactly. You know, everyone brought in something new. I like Shirley with her, you know, I think the method of thinking about the emotions, you know, that it's going to change the way you're going to feel the whole day. And I believe in that. I agree with that. Keeping a positive mind all the time. I have my sister with me here. She also went through, she's a survivor. She has breast cancer and she had breast cancer and it was a good, whatever I heard, I transferred to her so she can also share the good things about keeping herself positive all the time. Not thinking that she's sick, thinking that she's gonna get healthy all the time, and that's the journey that she's going through because I think she survived. She survived her cancer.
Yes.
So and I, you know, everything that you talked about is so true, and she has kept herself all the time so positive. Eating, you know, the part of nutrition, it's so true. She eats very, very healthy. I think that is
that's very important.
One of the most important things to do when you have also, you know, some type of cancer.
Yes.
Is to give your body good nutrition, you know.
Very important. No,
yeah, it was a really good
mindset
challenge.
that, you know, it will help you.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can she?
See, I can hear you.
You can hear me. I'm like, because the phone fell off, but I was making the phone now. She cannot hear me. I'm driving too, so it's kind of like putting a lot of sensory to my sister driving.
Well, so that's it for today. So today is the last day, and
Oh,
next month I will be doing another challenge. I don't know what you will like to. Let me stop recording, right? Well, let me say bye to YouTube, and we will keep the conversation. Bye, have a good night.